Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Sunday message for May 1st, 2022. Today, I'd like to talk to you about one of the major differences between the third and the fifth dimension, and why setting intentions is critical for us to more completely live in the fifth dimension at this time in our lives. One of the highest insights in the third dimension is when we actually sense something beyond what we can see. And that is actually, as Matt Kahn states, the entry point of the fifth dimension. And what I want to share with you today actually comes from a talk that Matt gave about a month ago. And I truly want to share this information with you. So what I mean by the entry point of the fifth dimension is that the highest realizations in the third dimension is this realization that I am not the mind. I'm not the body, I'm not the heart, I'm not the ego. And it's that realization of I am not these things that's the invitation to go to the fifth dimension way of living. In the third dimension, the insight starts with I am not. I'm not the mind, I'm something bigger. I'm not the heart, I'm something bigger. I'm not the ego, I'm something bigger. So the highest level in the third dimension way of looking at life is when we realize that I am not whatever. And from the fifth dimensional standpoint, there's no such thing as I am not. There is just I am. I am is the name of our consciousness. So what if we were to take the essence of what the third dimension is trying to point to, and we reframe it in a more intentional standpoint? So just feel inside of yourself what happens when, instead of saying, I am not whatever, or I'm not that, I'm not this, I'm not that, and instead say, I am experiencing whatever. I'm experiencing mind, I'm experiencing body, I'm experiencing my heart. Ooh, I'm experiencing my ego right now. I'm experiencing my soul. So just feel what happens when there is no form of denial. We're not denying the experiences. We're stating we are actually okay with whatever we're experiencing at that time. In the fifth dimension, there is only the affirmation of what you are. You are the consciousness of the mind having an experience of mind. You are the consciousness of body having an experience of body. You're the consciousness of the heart having an experience of the heart. We are consciousness here on, as Matt Kahn says, a field trip, dressed up as characters for the growth and expansion of this journey of a lifetime, and actually many lifetimes. So just feel the difference when we take what we say in the third dimension of I am not, and we take off the not part. We realize only the affirmation of I am. So just feel a difference when, instead of saying I am not mind, but I'm experiencing mind. I am experiencing the body. So just take a moment and feel how that feels inside of you. When you're living in the fifth dimension as the I am presence, you begin to view life differently. And we can choose to live life differently. We can choose to live life from the fifth dimensional reality of unity consciousness as the awakened I am presence. And in that, there is only I am. There's only yes. which, by the way, does not mean that you say yes to everything. It means we don't dwell on the things that we say no to. We only focus on the things we say yes to. So when we settle into life and the fifth dimension is activated in your I am presence, we move through life by the way of intentionality. And this is where the importance of setting intentions come in. Matt stated that intention becomes the cornerstone of fifth dimensional existence. When we live life by setting intentions, there is only yes. There is only I am. You know, in the third dimension, we as empathic people might say, please clear other people's energy out of my field. In the fifth dimension, we might say, I intend to experience more of my infinite life force energy that I am now. So you begin with I intend. That means the co-creator in you is speaking. I intend. And then you intend to experience more of my infinite life force energy. Your infinite life force energy is the energy within you that has absolutely nothing to do with anyone else. You don't need to say, clear other people's energy away from me. We simply intend to experience more of ourselves. I intend to experience more of my infinite life force energy. And then we say, that I am now. And Matt says that that is a word that's very specific in consciousness. That is actually a word pointing to what exists in the center of your being. That's what the word that means. I intend to experience more of my natural life force energy that I accept is always within me. This means you're asking your consciousness to become more highly aware of what is already within you, which is very different than saying to your ego, clear other people's energy away from me. So I'm going to give you a couple of different examples of intention setting to show you how powerful this is. So try this. I intend to experience the living autonomy of true liberation that I am now. I intend to experience the health and well-being that I am now. I intend to experience the courage and bravery that I am now. I intend to experience the happiness that I am now. So notice how it's intending and calling upon happiness that you accept is always within you. That you're not, you're just asking life to bring more into your consciousness to help you heal sadness by expressing more happiness. In the third dimension, belief is once I feel the sadness, there's more room for happiness. And actually, this isn't true. See, sadness is not in the way of happiness. You can actually be totally sad and also feel a glimmer of happiness within yourself. It's just that you're not happy about the thing you're sad about, but you can be happy to be alive and be very sad about a situation at the very same moment. In the old way of thinking, we held the belief that said we had to get rid of one thing to have another. Once I get rid of the fear, then I can be more courageous. Once I get rid of the sadness, then I'll be more happy. We actually heal sadness by feeling it. We heal fear by feeling it. But what accelerates the healing is to say, I intend to experience more of courage and bravery within me that I am now. And that will assist in helping you move out of the identification of fear. I intend to experience more of the happiness always within me that I am now. And that will help you move out of the identification with the sadness that you're feeling. I intend to experience more of the infinite prosperity always within me that I am now. And that will help you heal and move beyond the identity of scarcity. I intend to experience more of the joy always within me that I am now. And by intending to feel and experience more of the joy always within you that you are now, you help yourself to move beyond the identification of anger. If you want to help heal identification with one side of polarity, you set the intention to experience more of the opposite counterpart. If I want to heal my identification with sadness, then I intend to experience more of the happiness always within me that I am now. If I want to heal identification with fear, then I intend to experience more of the courage and bravery always within me that I am now. So if we want to heal any identification with anger, then we intend to experience more of the joy that always within me that I am now. And if the same goes like with ego, if you want to kind of stop the identification with your ego, I intend to experience more of the soul always within me that I am now. You know, if you want to heal an identification with any kind of suffering, I intend to experience more of the liberation always within me that I am now. So what you may want to do is try writing this out. You can always write on one side what you want to heal. What is it you want to hear? Fear, anxiety, whatever. And then write the very opposite. And then you put it into the equation. I intend to experience more of happiness, joy, prosperity, love, friendship, whatever, always within me that I am now. The main thing is just make sure that you're not writing down a person, place, or a thing. You're writing down the adjective of what that person, place, or thing represents. What are you trying to heal emotionally? Fear, anger, resentment, whatever. Then find the opposite of that and fill that into the statement. I intend to experience more of joy always within me that I am now. You can do this every morning. You can start with a different intention every day. And remember, intention is not, I intend for this to happen, for this outcome to come to be. We don't set intentions to make something happen. What we are using intention to do is to become aware of all of the things that are always within us, that we're calling upon the power of our own I am presence to use our consciousness to become more aware of what you want to experience emotionally. You know, And remember, less time spent judging the no's and more time praising and affirming the yeses is the major difference between the third and the fifth dimensional consciousness. By saying, I intend to experience more of whatever always within me that I am now, you're telling your consciousness, look for all the examples moving to me. Bring to me the manifestation of consciousness. Bring to me the certain versions of each character that I come in contact with that allows this intention to be felt more obviously. You know, if you're saying, I intend to experience more of the joy always within me that I am now, you're telling life, bring me the most joyful version of today. Bring me the people that I'll have more joyful experiences with. And even with the things that are difficult in life, show me the little joys that will carry through these moments. Then allow time to bring it to us. Even if you're trying to heal something in your body, like I intend to experience more of the wellness always within me, I am now. I intend to experience more of the soul always within me now. I intend to experience more of the light always within me that I am now. I intend to experience more of the truth that I am, that is always within me, that I am now. You know, and every once in a while, we run into those people that really irritate us and frustrate us. And, you know, sometimes we take on their energy and we become, if they're angry or upset, we find ourselves becoming angry, upset. So as a way of clearing out other people's energies, to say to yourself, as a way of clearing out my emotional body, I intend to experience more of the light always within me that I am now. So we're stating this intention as a way of clearing out my emotional body. There's no judgment to the other person. There's no condemnation, nothing of that. We allow other people to be as they are. But just the affirming statement as a way of clearing out my emotional body, I intend to experience more of the light always within me that I am now. And anything you've taken on from someone else is gone in that moment. So one of the greatest ways to be empathic and empathetic towards people, compassionate, loving, but not taking on the journey of other people, is to live from a different state of consciousness. And that's what moves us into the fifth dimension. We're not above anyone or beyond them. We're just in a different dimensional state. I intend to experience more of the consciousness always within me that I am now. And to make it a greater moment of oneness, I intend to experience more of the unity consciousness always within me that I am now. So, you know, even if you find yourself in pain, I intend to experience more of the pleasure always within me that I am now. So just remember that the things we say no to are just the opposite of the things we want to say yes to. We can say yes and celebrate our yeses while being polite to the things that we don't want. And we can just politely decline the things that we want to say no to. So just say, no thank you to those things that are a no in your book anyway. No judgment to anything. No judgment about anything. Just a polite no thank you. So for whatever it is, just remember, I intend to experience more of that's always within me that I am now. So fifth dimension actually calls for us to be extremely mindful of what's going on around us and what's going on inside of us. What's going on with our thoughts and our feelings. So it's asking us to be mindful of what you really want to experience and set your intentions for that. So as we move through life more in this fifth dimensional way of being, we become more conscious, more in the moment, and we actually become more powerful for our own lives. So I'm going to ask you that you really choose what you want in life. Look at what you've been saying no to, that you've been angry with, that you've been frustrated with. And what it is it do you want to experience no matter what life brings to you? And set those intentions for more joy, more happiness, more peace, more vitality, more energy, more oneness. And just see how your life changes. So thank you for joining us today. Thank you for being here, watching this YouTube. And set your intentions. Be a full participant in this world, in the fifth dimensional way of loving and being. God bless everyone. Namaste.